So as we have created this Kafka folders and zookeepers, you can see nothing is there in this, right? Now we'll start the zookeeper, and then we'll start the Kafka server. So go to the run and enter the command prompts, and here just go to that particular folder, cd. Okay, now we can see here. So run this command. So this is the command for starting up the zookeeper. You can see zookeeper server start is the command. So once the zookeeper has started, so it will be running on some port number 2181 is the port of the zookeeper. And next again go to the command prompt. Now what we will do is we will run the Kafka server. Done. Enter this command. So this is the command for running of the Kafka server. You can see the server is getting started. So before that, the main mandatory thing is like you need to check whether the zookeeper is running or not. So the zookeeper is a mandatory to run the Kafka server. So once we started the Kafka server and also we started the zookeeper, you can see the Kafka server is running on the port number 9092. Then we'll create a topic. Better go to this folder. And so to create a topic, I have the commands ready with me. So this is like Kafka topic and creating the topic, and then learning Kafka is the topic name and the port number on which we are creating the Kafka related topic. So it's showing like learning Kafka topic is created. And then after creating a topic, we'll see how we exchange data from producer to consumer like that, right? So just open another command prompt, right? And go to the folder. Okay. So this command is like producing some information onto the particular topic. So Kafka console producer, and we are writing some data onto this topic. Learning Kafka is the topic name, and we are writing some data onto this topic. Okay, and now we'll see the consumer. Okay, we'll start the consumer window as well. So consumer also will consume the data from the specific topic, like learning Kafka topic. So let's say I'm entering some message like, hello, how are you? So whenever I hit a message, enter hello, how are you? You can see in the console window, the same message comes, hello, how are you? And again here, we can say learning Kafka. You can see the message comes here, like learning Kafka. This is how the exchange of messages from producer to consumer happens. And in the background, you know, like producer data into the topic, like on the topic ID, so that will be stored in the partitions, and the consumer will be reading the data by connecting to the zookeeper. So from the zookeeper they will get the topic ID or broker ID, and from there they will read the data. This is how the exchange of data takes place from a producer to the consumer in a Kafka real-time scenarios. Hello everyone, welcome back to this Kafka tutorial. Previously we have seen the Kafka related architecture and how to create a topic and how to communicate from producer to the consumer through a command line. So we have seen like how to start a zookeeper, and now we have seen like how we start Apache Kafka server, and then how we create a new topic and how to communicate the data through the command line. Now we'll take a small Java application with front-end I've just created with the Angular code, the front-end, and I have a backend with Spring Boot, and we'll have some database operations as well, and just a login functionality, login of some application, registering to that particular application, and then I've just created a CAPTCHA service, like creating a captcha code, you know, right? The captcha code, the random generator code. So that creating of a captcha code will be done through a Kafka listener. So how the producer and consumer listens in a real-time environment by using the Spring Boot application, Java code and everything, right? So I've just implemented a small application. So let's go into it. For that, the front end just used Angular, and you can see I've created a captcha page and login page and also a sign up page. So the sign up contains all the details, information like name, email, password, and everything. And the login contains the email of login with the email and password. So this application contains like a login page where he will log in with the details which is stored in the database, and also a sign up page for the new users so that they will store all this information in the database. And next, once he successful login into the system, he will redirect to a captcha page where the captcha will be generated with a particular time, like let's say for every 30 seconds a new captcha will be generated, and we can check whether we enter the correct captcha or not. So this is just some sample application which I have created. And in the backend, I've used the Spring Boot application, and you can see we have used the controllers with @REST controller and request mappings. So we have different APIs, like for get mapping, we have a post mappings, right? For generating the random captcha information and everything, and registering also we have separate API, and like every 30 seconds a new captcha need to be generated, and the old captcha need to be deleted from the system, right? So for that we use the delete captcha API, and for login we use the login related things, right? And to check whether we enter the correct captcha or not, right? Have a check related API also, whether whatever captcha we entered is correct or not, to check whether. So for that I have a different API. And let's see like how we included the Kafka related things in this project. So we have like whenever a captcha is generated, so it's like a random data, right? So I have just used a string generator kind of thing, and randomly generating the captcha values with a combination of characters, digits, and everything. Within that combination, I have generating a 6-digit captcha value like that, which is like some values will be having uppercase, some of them may be having lowercase, and also digits also can be having that captcha. So whenever I save the data into the database, that means whenever I generate a captcha, I call a Kafka sender. So with the help of Kafka sender, so I send the data. Okay. So when you send the data, what happens in the Kafka sender? So this Kafka sender, like first of all, we need to have a topic. As I said, we need to create a topic. So the topic will be created, and that topic you can see in the application.property files. So this is the topic. Kafka.topic equals to random string is the Kafka topic, and Kafka server is running on the port number 9092. And I have a sample H2 database, and so this sample H2 database, like MySQL database, will be creating the entities, whatever entities like for logging related, for sign up related, everything, right? We will have the entities, right? So that entities will be created, those related properties, JPA related properties and everything I have given in the application.property file, and you can see the topic is the random string. So whenever the sender method, like the producer, so it will get the topic and the data, whatever captcha that we are generating, that captcha information will get stored in that particular topic, like Kafka template.send topic, so that this message, whatever the captcha generator, will be stored in the topic. This is how I have written the Kafka sender. So here we have seen how we are sending the information to the Kafka cluster, or we are sending the message to the particular topic, and we are storing in the partition. So that will be done in the backend, right? So this is the high level code that Kafka template.send the topic and whatever message. So this message is nothing but, you can see here, random string, that is the captcha information. The 6-digit captcha information will be sent. And what receiver will do at the receiver side, what I have done is I have added this annotation @Kafka listener, and in that for which topic we are listening. So that topic information we have anyhow given in the application.property file. So this is a small application, so we have single topic, but if we have multiple applications, we have different topics. So here the topic is random string. So in the Kafka receiver, what it will do, the Kafka listener will listen to this particular topic, right? And we will have that message by this payload. So we have this annotation at the rate payload, and whatever message that we send into the Kafka, so that message will be listened through this Kafka listener and with this annotation at the rate payload. And whatever information we got, what we'll do by using the save method, which is there in the JPA repository, right? That with that save predefined method, we will save all this data into the database. And if you open the database, this is the MySQL database, and you can see randoms is the table that will be created, and you can see in this table, this is a random string, which is the Kafka value, which is a 6-digit value, and I've just created some other at what time the Kafka message is created, like that. I've just created some different columns, right? So everything, so automatically this table will be created, and into this particular columns, the whatever captcha message is there, it will get inserted. So this is a random string, and you can see the entity we annotated with entity randoms, table randoms, and the ID is the ID, and this is how the JPA framework works, right? So that is the thing, random string. And we have for login related, we have ID and email password for login entity, and for registration, we have this is the registration entity, right? Whenever you click on the sign up page, so some data need to be stored in the registration table, right? All this information like name, phone number, email, and everything, right? So this information need to be stored in the database. So this registration table will get created with the data. So how this happens is like, as we use the JPA annotations, it will get created, and also you can see we are given the database related details, and we have given the username, password, and everything. So, and also we have given hibernate DDL auto, so that automatically the tables will get created and data will be stored. Whatever we have given from the front end, the data will get stored into the database. So this is how I've used the Kafka receiver and Kafka sender in a real-time Java project. Like we need to have a topic created in the property file, and with the topic we need to send the message, whatever message we want to send or store into the Kafka listener. We need to give the topic name, and at the time of receiver, just annotate it with the Kafka listener, and we need to give the same topic, so that that message will come and it will listen, and we can do whatever operation we want to do it. And next tutorial we'll see the front end, how we handle, and how that happens in the back end also. We'll check in the next video. Thank you. Now I am running this Spring Boot application backend. And I already just started the front end application, and it's running on the port number 4200. And you can see all the Kafka related things. It's getting loaded, and you can see here the Kafka topic got created random string. On the partition is default partition ID is 0. So you can see here partitions assigned random string. You can see the Kafka is now listening. Now just go to the front end application, and you can see this is my login page. And whenever I don't give any data and click on login, it will not work. It will ask for the login field. So just go to the sign up page and give some information. I'll not create any validations as of now here, just for the understanding of Kafka related things. Sign up. So when you successfully sign up, the same information populate here, the email ID and the password, and then click on login. You can see this is something page which redirect automatically, and you can see the captcha. So just click on generate for the first time. So the Kafka 6-digit Kafka random number will get generated, and you can see the time is getting elapsed. So after 30 seconds, automatically a new captcha will be generated. And if you want to validate whether means user want to enter some captcha and he want to validate it, right? So when you enter the captcha here and click on submit, you can see the status is success. So let's see after 30 seconds what happens. We'll try to enter the same and we'll see whether success or failure. So now you can see the captcha got changed. And now we enter the previous captcha which is there in the system. So click on submit. So now you can see failure. That means what I am doing is that whenever a new captcha is generated, the old captcha I am removing from the system so that user can't enter the same captcha and validate it. Right? If you enter this captcha within the time and click on submit, you can see again status is coming as success. And if user want to sign out from the system, you can click on this sign out button so that it comes back to the login page again. So this is how I have just implemented it, and you can see, and also you can see the console, right? So just I want to show in the console how the Kafka listening things happening and how the topic is getting picked, everything, right? So I want to show that. So you can see the received message. So this is the captcha which is generated, and you can see Kafka receiver. So this Kafka receiver is receiving this message, and now again a new captcha number is generated. That's 6-digit one. The combination of characters, upper cases, lower cases, and also digits. If you want, you can have also the special characters as well. And this is how you can see the Kafka is getting listened. Right, and you can see producer client, producer ID, cluster ID. This is a cluster. I said Kafka cluster. So these are the main things that you need to have in our mind. One is the Kafka cluster. Inside a Kafka cluster, we will have a broker ID, and inside a broker ID, we will have the topic ID created, and also we have the partitions, and the data will be stored in that partitions. And whenever a producer produces some data, it will store into that partitions, and whenever consumer consumes some data, it will get some data from that partitions and how it will get displayed. That is how the basic thing which I've demonstrated for you, how you can implement the Kafka listeners and also sending the data to the Kafka service and everything through a Java application or Spring Boot application. This is how we have done it. Thanks for watching.